Have you ever felt like the energy shifting like right under your feet? It's kind of wild, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Sometimes it feels like the ground's moving.
Well, today we're going to buckle up and dive deep into like a huge cosmic event.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one.
That could reshape things in some really surprising ways. And this one's for you, dear listener.
Yeah, especially for you Libras out there.
If you identify as a Libra sun, moon, or rising.
Right. Any of those.
You shared a YouTube tarot reading with us recently.
From Sacred Knowledge Tarot featuring Rhea.
It was so interesting. We just had to deep dive into it.
Oh, for sure.
So our mission today is to unpack those core messages and guidance, specifically for Libras.
Right.
In light of Neptune's recent move into Aries.
Huge shift.
And we're talking long-term influence. This isn't like a quick little thing.
No.
This is going to be with us until 2039.
So it's a big one to pay attention to.
Absolutely. A foundational shift, and the source that we're going to be looking at today.
Yes, let's talk about the source.
Is that YouTube video titled Libra Haye. This is the start of something amazing for you. Libra sign Aries from the Sacred Knowledge Tarot channel.
Great channel. Lots of interesting insights there.
Oh, it's fantastic. So Neptune arrived in Aries on March 30th.
Yeah.
And it's ending its 14-year journey through Pisces. So we're going to look at that contrast.
Yeah, that's a huge contrast to think about.
So for the past 14 years, Neptune was in Pisces, and Rhea described it as this like floating, dreamy, foggy energy.
Mm-hmm.
So what were some of the ways that may have like played out in our lives that maybe we didn't even really notice?
Well, think of Pisces as the realm of dreams and illusions, spirituality.
All right.
And a deep sense of interconnectedness.
Okay.
So Neptune, being the planet associated with these very themes, amplified that Piscean influence.
Mm-hmm.
And so for you, it might have manifested as a feeling that boundaries were a bit blurred, perhaps a stronger pull towards escapism, or even a heightened sensitivity to the emotions and energies of others around you, almost like you're feeling what the collective was feeling.
Like a cosmic empathy dialed up.
Exactly.
Okay, so then boom, Neptune burst into Aries.
Totally different vibe.
Rhea called Aries incredibly bold.
Yes.
Action-oriented, like a spirit warrior energy.
It's a complete 180.
Wow.
Aries is the sign of initiation, courage, assertiveness.
Right.
And taking direct, often pioneering action.
Okay.
So it's a fire sign very much driven by impulse and a strong sense of self focused on forging its own path.
Mm-hmm.
So Neptune, this watery planet of dreams and ideals, is now being filtered through this very different fiery lens.
Wow.
It's a fascinating combination.
And until 2039, this is getting the backdrop of our lives.
It's a significant stretch of time to have this new flavor in the mix.
What are some of the broader implications for Libras?
Well, the reading suggests a really fundamental shift in how Libras experience and interact with the world. It specifically highlights that actions and the way that we move is going to become a spiritual language.
Actions as a spiritual language. I love that.
Yeah.
What might that actually look like day to day for a Libra?
Well, it implies that your deepest intentions and core beliefs will be most powerfully expressed, not just through your words, which Libras are known for, right?
Yeah, I mean, diplomatic.
Exactly. But through your tangible actions and decisions in the world.
Okay.
So consider a Libra who actively chooses to stand up for fairness and justice.
Right.
Even if it creates some friction. Under Neptune in Aries, that decisive action could carry a profound energetic weight, attracting or repelling opportunities in a way that simply expressing agreement might not have done before.
That's really interesting.
It's about truly embodying your values through your deeds.
Powerful shift in emphasis. And it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
The first specific guidance that Rhea pulled was the Dominion's Angelic Activation card.
Okay.
With the core message to face your own shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, sometimes shadow work can feel a little bit abstract. So what's the practical takeaway here for Libras?
Right. Well, the reading clarifies that these shadows aren't necessarily like negative parts of yourself, but rather aspects of your authentic self. Perhaps even avoided stories or suppressed qualities that, when ignored, can actually hinder your growth and sense of wholeness.
Okay.
But for Libras who often prioritize harmony and balance in their relationships and environment, facing the shadow might involve acknowledging their own assertiveness, their capacity for conflict, or even their individual desires.
Interesting.
Aspects they might typically try to smooth over in favor of maintaining equilibrium.
Right.
Integrating these shadows isn't about dwelling on negativity, but about bringing awareness to the full spectrum of who you are.
So it's not about becoming someone you're not, but it's about like acknowledging all the parts of yourself and integrating them.
Exactly.
To become more authentic.
Yes.
And the affirmation was, I am willing to light up all parts of myself.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
It's an invitation to radical self-acceptance and to recognize that by acknowledging and integrating these less comfortable or hidden aspects, you unlock further healing and growth, not just for yourself, but potentially for those around you as well.
Okay.
The reading even mentions the possibility of encountering earth angels as a form of cosmic encouragement or confirmation along this path.
I love that. So following that, the Fool card made an appearance.
Yes.
And that's such a potent symbol in tarot representing fresh starts, new adventures.
Yes.
So what's its significance specifically for Libra right now in this new energetic context?
Well, the Fool embodies stepping into a new experience with a sense of vibrancy, abundance growth, and a genuine spirit of learning.
Okay.
It's about taking that first step into the unknown, even if you don't have all the answers, with a fundamental sense of optimism and boundless potential.
Love it.
Think of it as packing your bags for an exciting journey without a fixed itinerary.
Right.
You're just ready for the adventure.
Rhea really stressed the importance of adopting a beginner's mindset, suggesting that past approaches and familiar strategies might no longer be the most effective in this uncharted territory.
Yeah, that really resonates with this idea of a significant energetic shift.
Yeah, totally.
It's about being open to new ways of thinking, feeling, and acting, letting go of preconceived notions about how things should be, and cultivating a willingness to learn and adapt as you go. Even if you don't consciously feel like you've embarked on a brand new chapter, that underlying energetic shift suggests that a fresh, uncluttered perspective will be incredibly valuable.
Okay. And she also noted that as a major arcana card, the Fool's energy will be quite prominent in this period.
Yes.
Though it might be felt very intensely by some Libras and more subtly by others. Why that variation in experience?
Well, everyone processes and integrates major life changes and energetic shifts in their own unique way.
Right.
So some Libras might experience dramatic external changes and a very clear, conscious sense of new beginnings unfolding, while others might feel a more internal, subtle stirring, a shift in perspective or a quiet prompting towards something new. Neither experience is more valid or significant than the other. It simply reflects individual ways of attuning to these broader cosmic currents.
Okay, so then we have the Three of Swords.
Ooh.
That card often carries associations of heartbreak, difficult truths, painful separations.
Yeah.
So how does that seemingly challenging energy fit into this reading about amazing new beginnings for Libra?
Yeah, well, the reading interprets the Three of Swords not as a harbinger of future pain, but as a crucial call to actively release past pain, old emotional wounds, and any relationship, any belief, any lingering resentment that no longer serves your highest good.
Got it.
It's directly connected back to the shadows we discussed earlier.
Right.
To truly embrace the fresh possibilities and new beginnings symbolized by the Fool, there needs to be a conscious clearing out of old emotional baggage that might weigh you down or color your present experiences.
But with the supportive energy of Dominions present alongside, it sounds like this isn't meant to be a purely agonizing process.
Yeah.
One that's divinely supported.
Exactly. It's about acknowledging past hurts and disappointments with the understanding that you are not alone in this process of release and healing.
Right.
There's a supportive energy available to help you navigate through these potentially tender emotions. And this clearing is absolutely essential to create the space for the positive new energies and opportunities to fully flow into your life.
Then right on its heels, we've got the Knight of Swords charging in.
Yes.
That archetype is all about decisive action, forward momentum, a real sense of ambition.
Absolutely. The Knight of Swords signifies a time for Libras to rise up, embrace their inner strength, and move forward with a newfound sense of purpose, no longer held back by old fears or hesitations. The reading specifically emphasizes the powerful theme of breaking free and achieving greater freedom in various aspects of life for Libra.
Yeah, it paints this picture of Libra not as a passive recipient of fate, but as an active participant in the co-creation of their desired reality.
Yes.
I love that.
It truly shifts the energetic dynamic.
Yep.
It's moving away from simply reacting to circumstances and towards actively shaping your own destiny.
Wow.
With Neptune and Aries fueling that assertive go-getter energy, Libras are being called to take initiative to pursue their goals with courage and a clear sense of direction.
I love it. And then Rhea mentioned a heightening of your senses and a deeper connection to that spirit warrior energy now linked to Neptune and Aries.
Yes.
So how might Libras actually experience this heightened sensitivity in their daily life?
Well, it could manifest in a number of ways. You might find your intuition is stronger, that gut feelings are more pronounced and reliable.
Right.
You could become more attuned to subtle energies in your environment and in your interactions with others, perhaps picking up on nonverbal cues or unspoken emotions more easily.
Okay.
And the spirit warrior aspect encourages you to navigate this heightened sensitivity not from a place of overwhelm, but with inner courage and a readiness to face challenges with your newfound awareness as a kind of inner guidance system.
So with the Fool card and all of its exciting potential for new beginnings can sometimes be overshadowed by that very human fear of the unknown. The readings specifically address this, acknowledging that this new adventure might not feel like one for everyone because of these underlying anxieties.
It's a crucial piece of the puzzle. New beginnings, while full of promise, inherently involve stepping outside our comfort zones.
Right.
And that can naturally trigger anxieties and resistance in even the most optimistic among us. So the reading gently acknowledges this potential battle zone of releasing fear and the tendency to cling to the familiar, even if it's no longer serving us.
Yeah, but importantly, it reframes this internal struggle.
Yes.
Suggesting that the intensity of this battle doesn't have to be overwhelming.
Right.
It's a choice.
Exactly. You have the power to choose whether to allow fear to dominate your perspective and potentially hinder your progress.
Right.
Or to consciously acknowledge those anxieties, work through them with self-compassion, and actively choose to embrace the new path unfolding before you.
And I love the analogy of the caterpillar and the cocoon.
Oh, yes.
That ooey gooey phase before the magnificent transformation into a butterfly.
Yeah.
It captures that feeling so well of being in that messy transition.
Yeah.
Where things might feel uncertain and not quite coherent yet.
It's a potent reminder that significant transformation is rarely a linear process. There's often a necessary period of in-betweenness.
Yeah.
A stage of deconstruction and rebuilding where things might feel a little chaotic or unclear before the new form emerges.
Right.
So it encourages patience and trust in the journey itself, even when the final destination isn't yet fully visible.
And that core message there was to consciously release those worries about the future.
Yes.
Trust that the path you're on is indeed leading you towards your goals and deepest desires.
Right.
Even if it doesn't feel like it in every moment.
Exactly.
And your desires and your dreams are way closer than you realize.
Yes, they are.
Then comes the radiant energy of the Sun card. Pure vitality, joy, and clarity.
Wonderful card.
What does this signify for Libra in the context of Neptune's transformative journey through Aries?
Well, the Sun card is all about vibrant soul energy, unbridled joy, crystal clear clarity, and the promise of success and fulfillment. And the reading interestingly connects it to a potential increased awareness of the sun's physical energy itself, even mentioning solar flares and geomagnetic activity.
Wow.
But on a personal level, it represents a powerful fire within Libra that has either been newly lit or is being powerfully revealed, a burning passion, a sense of inner radiance and vitality.
Okay, so it sounds like a real surge of inner drive.
Yeah.
A compelling feeling of needing to push forward no matter what. Because that hopeful light at the end of the tunnel is finally becoming visible and tangible.
Exactly. It's a powerful boost of energy-enhanced creativity and a clear call to take inspired action.
Okay.
It's about moving beyond mere contemplation and actually taking those confident first steps or perhaps even bolder leaps towards your most cherished goals. The reading beautifully calls this new beginning the beginning of everything, emphasizing its profound potential.
That's so incredibly optimistic and encouraging.
It is.
But the reading also touches on some potentially heavier emotions that might surface during this time.
Yes.
The resurfacing of past hurts and a renewed awareness of the need for healthy boundaries. So how does that relate to this bright, sunny energy?
Well, the surfacing of past hurts, often related to interpersonal dynamics and past disappointments, is a natural part of that deeper shadow work we discussed earlier with the Dominions and Three of Swords. The bright, clarifying energy of the sun provides you with the strength, courage, and perspective needed to address these lingering emotions in a healthy way and to establish and maintain those essential energetic boundaries.
So it's like the sun's light illuminating the areas that need healing.
Exactly.
And I love this idea of gatekeeping your energetic space.
Yes.
And consciously choosing what you allow to influence your inner state.
It's about recognizing and honoring your own energetic sovereignty, consciously choosing what energies you allow into your personal space, both from individuals and from external situations.
Especially for Libras,
Right.
who are often naturally empathetic and can easily absorb the energies of others.
Exactly.
Really important.
Learning to guard against those energy vampires, people, or situations that consistently drain your emotional or mental reserves,
Yes.
while simultaneously remaining open-hearted to genuine love, connection, and new positive experiences, is a delicate but absolutely crucial balancing act for Libras during this time.
And following that, the reading addresses those frustrating mental loops.
Oh, yes.
The tendency towards overthinking and that energy-draining habit of procrastination, which so many of us can relate to.
It highlights a key connection. These mental patterns often originate in the mind, but they can have a very significant and tangible impact on the heart, your emotional well-being, and your overall energy levels. Right. The guidance here is a direct call to consciously recognize, challenge, and ultimately release those repetitive thought patterns that cause you pain, anxiety, or hold you back from taking action.
And so harnessing that warrior-like energy of Aries.
Yes.
Which Neptune is now coloring and applying it to our own minds.
Exactly.
Actively choosing which thoughts we engage with and which ones we consciously let go of.
It's about cultivating mental discipline and recognizing the inherent power you possess to actively shift your internal landscape to become the conscious gatekeeper of your own thoughts.
I love that. So then we have this intriguing interplay of light and dark.
Yeah.
Represented by the Fool and the Sun, and then darkness symbolized by the shadows and the Three of Swords. So the reading emphasizes this need to find balance and create harmony within these seemingly opposing energies.
Yeah, life and indeed our inner landscape isn't all sunshine and rainbows.
Right.
True sustainable growth and a deep sense of inner peace come from learning to acknowledge, integrate, and ultimately harmonize all aspects of our experience, both the perceived light and the shadow. So it's about finding that Libra-like equilibrium amidst these contrasting forces, recognizing that both have a valuable role to play in our overall journey.
Yeah, and this leads into this idea of actively expanding the heart center.
Yes.
With those energies of love, kindness, and compassion.
Beautiful.
And to contrast that with a heart that might have shriveled up over time due to past hurts. And this image of the radiant sun resuscitating the heart.
Powerful.
So powerful.
It suggests a deep healing and a conscious opening of your emotional center, allowing for a renewed and amplified capacity for giving and receiving love, kindness, and genuine connection. This expanded and more resilient heart then fuels the call to take that active warrior-like action armed with a clear plan to cut through negativity, overcome obstacles, and confidently move forward towards your aspirations.
Reinforcing those themes of freedom, greater independency, liberation from old constraints, and a strong sense of personal sovereignty.
Yes.
Really feels like Libra is being called to step into their own authentic power.
Absolutely. It's about reclaiming your personal autonomy, making choices that genuinely align with your truest self, and releasing yourself from the limitations of past hurts, societal expectations, or external pressures that may have held you back.
And then the reading introduced this compelling image of the journey of the dark night of the soul.
Yes.
Followed by the reminder that Libra possesses the inner strength to be their own knight in shining armor.
That's incredibly self-empowering.
It is.
It emphasizes your innate inner resilience and the profound capacity you hold within yourself to navigate challenges, overcome adversity, and ultimately be your own greatest advocate and protector. It's a call to self-reliance, trusting your own inner compass, and your ability to rise to whatever circumstances you encounter.
So with that in mind, actively equip yourself with the information, resources, and tools to confidently navigate this new energetic terrain. Draw upon that wisdom and strength gained from past experiences.
Yes.
And challenges you've already overcome.
It's about being proactive in your personal growth, actively seeking knowledge, developing new skills, and consciously utilizing the valuable lessons and inner strength you've accumulated throughout your life to approach this new chapter with a sense of preparedness and confident self-reliance.
It's so fascinating that Rhea noted some Libras might even find themselves taking action almost instinctively before fully consciously realizing it.
Yeah.
Driven by these deeper soul urges.
It suggests a strong and perhaps newly awakened alignment between your deepest intuition and your outward actions, a sense of being guided by a profound inner wisdom that bypasses the usual mental deliberation. And for those Libras who have already cultivated mindful practices and are attuned to subtle energy shifts, this heightened awareness and more instinctive action might feel like a natural progression.
Now, this increased inner awareness can also lead to what the reading describes as an inner battlefield, that internal struggle against ingrained old habits and limiting patterns.
Right.
And it's framed as a significant awakening,
Yeah.
shedding outdated parts of the self.
It's the often challenging but ultimately liberating process of consciously dismantling old thought patterns, ingrained behaviors, and limiting beliefs that no longer serve your growth or align with your evolving sense of self.
Okay.
And the mention of serpent energy and kundalini awakening energy suggests that for some, this could be a very deep and transformative process occurring on a fundamental energetic level.
And the purpose of this, sometimes intense inner work, is for significant spiritual growth and a deeper exploration of your truest desires, really aligning with your authentic self and what you want to manifest in your life.
Precisely. It's about clearing away the internal obstacles and outdated structures so that your true desires can emerge with clarity and power, and so that your unique spiritual journey can unfold in a more authentic and fulfilling way.
The reading also highlighted the potential significance of the numbers 0, 3, and 12.
Interesting.
Suggesting that they might appear as important dates or months in your experience over the coming years.
It's a gentle reminder that the universe often communicates through subtle signs, synchronicities, and recurring patterns.
Right.
Paying attention to these specific numbers, if they do indeed appear, could offer further layers of meaning, guidance, or confirmation along your path.
And this evolving energetic landscape is also fostering the development of your intuition and an enhanced ability to deeply understand people.
Yeah.
Becoming a more skilled people reader by picking up on those subtle cues like body language and unspoken energies.
It's about cultivating a deeper level of empathy and intuitive understanding in your interactions with others, moving beyond surface-level communication and perceiving the underlying energies, intentions, and unspoken truths. This heightened sensitivity can become a powerful tool for navigating relationships and understanding the deeper dynamics at play.
So with all of this significant shifting energy underway, the reading wisely prepares the listener for the possibility of fast and even unexpected changes, emphasizing that need to remain open, adaptable, and receptive to whatever unfolds.
Absolutely. Resisting the natural flow of change will likely create unnecessary friction and stress.
Yeah.
Embracing the fluidity of this period and cultivating a mindset of openness towards unexpected opportunities or shifts in direction will allow you to navigate this transformative time with greater ease, resilience, and grace.
Okay, now for that insightful bonus card, Flamingo Spirit stepping in as a key animal spirit guide for this entire period up until 2039.
Love it.
The core message is, embrace the in-between.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love that.
It perfectly encapsulates the feeling of being in a liminal space, not fully anchored in the past and not yet completely arrived in the new future.
Yeah.
The image of the flamingo, often standing gracefully on one leg, embodies this delicate yet powerful balance of being in transition.
And the oracle message connected to Flamingo Spirit is so resonant. Finding your balance comes easily by being able to see both the lessons of the past, the potential of the future, all while staying firmly grounded in the present moment and making peace with being in transition.
And the presence of Flamingo Spirit is also linked to an arising of fresh creativity and the presentation of new opportunities.
Yeah, echoing that expansion of the heart center we talked about.
Yes.
It's a gentle but firm reminder not to rush the unfolding process, but rather to remain in a balanced and observant state of mind, consciously absorbing the valuable lessons and recognizing the emerging opportunities that arise precisely during these transitional periods.
And that protective message from Flamingo Spirit is equally powerful. Consciously stop worrying excessively about the past, anxiously anticipating the future, and instead be fully present to embrace the creative energies that are available to you right now. Trust in the current moment, and know that any anxieties can be actively transmuted into a deep sense of trust and unwavering faith in the journey.
It reinforces the vital importance of mindfulness and letting go of the mental clutter of past regrets and future worries, which can so easily cloud your judgment and prevent you from recognizing and seizing the opportunities that are right in front of you in the present moment.
And finally, that significant angel number for these coming years is 44.
Okay.
Carrying potent symbolism of stability. The rewarding results of hard work. A sense of security and grounding, a clear focus on practical matters, a powerful alignment with your deepest dreams, and the crucial process of building firm and lasting foundations for the future.
That feels like a really solid anchor amidst all this dynamic change.
It does.
It provides a wonderful sense of reassurance and encourages a focused, grounded, and persistent approach as you navigate these transformative new energies.
Right.
It suggests that your dedicated efforts, when aligned with your true purpose, will indeed yield tangible and lasting positive results.
So just to bring it all together for you, our wonderful Libra listener, this deep dive has illuminated a significant new beginning for you.
Yeah.
Powerfully fueled by Neptune's long-term transit into Aries, embracing this new chapter involves consciously facing your shadows, actively releasing that baggage of the past, cultivating a beginner's mindset, trusting your own inner strength, and ever-developing intuition, and remembering that profound importance of finding your balance within the in-between phases.
And as you navigate the weeks and months ahead, take some time to reflect on which aspects of this deep dive resonated most deeply with you. Consider practical ways you might consciously choose to embrace a beginner's mindset in a specific situation you're currently navigating.
That's a great point, and perhaps also consider this with Neptune settling into Aries for the long haul. This is a unique and potentially profound opportunity to actively redefine your relationship with both action and intention.
Mm-hmm.
How will you consciously choose to embody your core values through your deeds and decisions in this new and dynamic energetic era?
A truly powerful question to carry with you.
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into some truly transformative energies for Libra until our next exploration together.
See